Hey friends, I am coming to you with a little bit different video today. I am going to start a series on my channel. I'm not sure exactly how many these will be or when they will be. I'm not sure exactly yet. I'm going to try and get one out once a week, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, what I am doing right now is, if you haven't been following my story, it is that I took a lot of time away from scrapbooking once my second was born. Once my second was born, I lost my scrapbooking room. We always just had 2 rooms, and then I was starting a business. And so it was just very hard for me to scrapbook. Like, I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the mental capacity. I put it all away for a long time. Until last year, where I got an office back, things started settling down. My kids are way more independent, as they are 14 and 9, and can start doing this all over again. I probably could have started a few years back, but I just never got around to it. I think the pandemic actually brought it out in me that I really wanted to get back to everything. So I have a ton of years to catch up on scrapbooking and a ton of events that I would like to get caught up on, obviously. And but I also don't want to stress about that. So I have found in the last couple of months ways to catch up on this, or do multiple things, especially big events. So like your Halloween or birthdays or first days of school, something along those lines. That is what this series is going to be. And I've poked at this a little bit, but not quite all the way. I have 2 Life Crafted albums for each boy. I need to put their names on them because I get them mixed up all the time. But what I have been doing is kind of going through all of the pictures and figuring out the big events that I want to get going and get done first, or the pictures that most inspire me to get going first, or maybe they're just really easy stories that I just want to get documented for them. But don't take a lot of mental capacity, pretty much. And that's what I've been kind of doing. I've also been going through tons of paper person kits that I have left over and picking out stories from those or that kind of thing and getting those done. But what I have done is I have chose one design. Let's open this up. I've chose one design and gotten 2 spreads. So like this one, I don't think I recorded this one. 2 designs, and done it because obviously most of the time my boys are together. Done 2 designs and knocked out 2 things at once. Now, they're not exactly the same. As you can see, I used this different stamp here, different pictures, but got the journaling done, knocked out the journaling, the stamping, and just gotten it done. This one, these were some of my favorite pictures. This one, I do have a process video for this one. But again, same time period. I just put 2 3x4 cards down and got it done. And so making necessarily, like, when I'm putting together one spread, I'm putting together 2 spreads, so that I can knock these memories out. Then again, this one where it was the same year. He was going to the 7th, he was going to 2nd. I kind of just took the same exact thing, not, it doesn't have to be the exact to the T, but the same concept, put it down, got it done. So that is kind of what I'm showing you guys and how I'm walking you through this. And hopefully it will kind of inspire you guys, especially if you are a little bit behind. I think probably every scrapbooker, unless you've been just on it for years and years and years, every scrapbooker has work that they got behind on, or stories that they're behind on. And yeah, so this one is going to be inspired by, I believe, I could be completely wrong. It could be their Y pie or the rye pie. I'm not sure exactly. The Rye Pie or their Y Pie. I'm not sure exactly. But I have a lot of spreads that I'm completely inspired by her. And I am going to do 2021 and 2020's Halloween and knock them out for you, like in this session. It will be awesome because I will be coming up to this in my project life here pretty quickly, and it will be just an insert and get it done. I'm actually using these pocket pages, and I have actually never even used this pocket page before, and I thought, oh, perfect, this is a great time. I have them in my stash. I've never used them. It's a great time. But yeah, I will link her post below because I am literally I just go through Instagram with these ones and pick out something that inspires me and get it done. Now, things that are currently happening in my project life, or in my life, that are currently happening, those are new and ideas to me when I need to sit down and I just want to be creative. Those things will be things that inspire me and I kind of come up with on my own. This stuff is completely, and we all have those people that we want to scrap lift off of. And this is, I think, the perfect time to do that. Like, this is the perfect time to I don't want to have to spend my brain energy knocking out so many projects. Like, this is just me sitting down, having a plan and getting it done. And I think that's the best thing for this type of scrapbooking and like doing your backlog. So come along with me, and this will be video 1 of the series. And like I said, we'll see how long this takes me. It's about 12:30, and I'm hoping to have this done. Now, I did just realize I forgot to print out my journaling, and I have my other 6x8 picture that I need to print out. So I'm going to print my journaling out on that, get that done. But otherwise, I have done everything. Where is my, over here. So this is one page. This is the other page. I have all of my 2x2s and my picture that goes underneath of these on the flip. Yeah, and let's knock this out, guys.
All right, crafty friends, so let's get started on this. When I originally edited this video, it edited down to about 26 minutes, and I was like, ooh, that is actually a long time. But once I started editing more of this part of the video, I realized, honestly, most of that was me cutting. I took out at least 3 sped up minutes of just cutting. So yeah, I believe, honestly, that this whole spread, or both of these spreads, took about 45 minutes, and I'm telling you, probably at least 5 of those good minutes, if not more, was cutting all of those pictures out and getting all of the edges, because I did leave white borders around everything. So it's just I take a little bit more time when I have white borders, just so that I don't mess up and not cut the white border, if you know what I mean. Okay, so anyways, we are starting with 2000, and I am super excited because when I was doing this, I was like, oh, maybe I should go through my October daily stuff, of course, and look at what I had left and kind of use those things, because I did not, when I was going off of this, she used a lot of the Stories by the Month October kit. I'm not sure, 2019 or 20. I do not have that one. But I did have the stamp set from it, but I did not have the cards from it, and it's not on the digitals. So I did go off of my own supplies, which I'm very happy that I was able to use those supplies again. I did have the digitals from my October daily kit from Echo Park. So that's what I kind of used. I used the papers, the background papers from that, and then cut a bat and a pumpkin out of those from my silhouette. So, but when I went through all of that stuff, I found these Colorcast design acrylics, and was it only Colorcast designs? Yeah, it might have been only Colorcast designs. Yeah, I think it's only Colorcast designs. acrylic pieces, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can use these finally. I was so upset during my December daily that I was not able to use these because honestly my October daily just got like way too thick, even though I did end up splitting that into 2 albums later on. It was just getting super thick. So and we all know that I'm going to buy all of the stuff all over again next year. So both of these, one thing I did not think about that you do need to think about if you are going to kind of replicate this, is the reverse side. So what I'm kind of doing with these 4x6s is putting a vellum piece in between them, so that it's a little bit of a window. You can't see too much, but it's a cool look. I believe the original creator put like Happy Halloween, but this paper, this vellum was not printable vellum. So I just didn't want to stamp on it and ruin it and all that good stuff. And I found these acrylic pieces and it was like the perfect way to use them. So like I said, because we all know I'm going to buy all of the stuff all over again next year. So let's use our stash. So this one I chose the black paper for the orange acrylic piece, and the next year I chose the orange background paper for the black acrylic piece, and I think it worked out amazingly. I love how both of these spreads came together. This spread, the first one, definitely did take a little bit more time just because I was fussing with red line tape, as you can see. Who doesn't fuss with that crap? And B, just getting that pocket page together. As you can see, the back was cut wrong, so I had to like makeshift it a little bit. You see that like I had to shift it over for the picture to work. So this one lined up fine. It's just, like I said, I had to do a little bit of reconstruction on it, which is fine because it's on the back of the card. It doesn't matter. You can't see it. Again, I'm not a perfect scrapbooker. I'm not gonna print out all of this because this is a lot of photo paper and a lot of ink and all that kind of stuff, since I do a lot of stuff digitally. I just cut off that little strip, and you're gonna see where I put it onto the other side, and I say, hey, that works perfectly. You're not gonna be able to see it really. And again, it's on the flip part of it, so I'm not that worried. If it was on the front, maybe, but it's on the back. So all right, so yeah, so that came together. Now I am just going to do the flip. I started doing the flip with vellum, or actually I started and finished it, because I had seen other people doing their flips with vellum. I wasn't a fan after all of this. It wasn't my favorite. I'm going to go back to copy paper. I do on the next spread, go back to copy paper. But this is kind of how I always do my flips, just with a piece of paper type thing. I don't love doing the washi. I just don't feel like washi holds up as well. I know a lot of people do washi, but yeah, I just used my bone folder and kind of went over that a few times so that I can get that flip done. You can see I'm kind of like fussing with it and trying to figure it all out. I figure that that's going to be, also I was running into the problem where it was going to be way too long and you were going to be able to see it in that stem of the pumpkin. You end up already seeing it, but I end up cutting it. You'll see at the end that I end up cutting that down. And then I was like, oh shoot, you already put all of this together. You silly butt. So I had to kind of pull it all back together, pull it apart and redo everything. And then I almost glued everything down the opposite way. It should have been glued down. You know, flips sometimes get me all confused. If I'm not really paying attention, and I was watching Love is Blind, to be honest with you, then I will be quick to mess up a flip real quick, guys. So, but I got it all corrected. And then I needed to pull it apart some. That's what you're seeing me here do, because I got it too close together so it wouldn't flip in general. And then we're just gonna throw it in there. I really wasn't gonna do any embellishing on these pages that I'm going back in. Honestly, guys, if I am feeling it that day, there I am like cutting that little piece that you could see. If I'm feeling it that day, I will embellish, and embellish like a madman. Today, nope. I wanted to show how I'm just getting these done, and I'm still being creative, and I'm still being and using my stash and making things pretty and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, the name of the game is to get this stuff done. So I love the tab that she put on her flip up, just to show that it does flip up. So I wanted to do that. I didn't quite have the tabs that I wanted, but so I just used regular tabs, but I didn't want the plastic to show, so I put it in between. And there we go. I'm also probably not going to embellish too much of the 6x8 picture. I might come back to that later. I just didn't want to pull out my whole stash of stuff, and the 2021 picture is already in my October daily. So once I get to that one, we've already documented that once, but this, I wanted to definitely put it out here. So maybe I do say at the end that I'm going to cut out a 2021 with my silhouette and maybe put that on there, but we'll see. So here we go, just doing the same exact thing again. This one goes much quicker. You're going to see this one's going to come together pretty darn quick. This stamp set is just from Joann's, I believe. It just says Boo. And I'm just going to make a little bit of a 2x2 background card for that other acrylic piece to set in there. And I just kind of love how this came out. So though I am being inspired by someone else's spread, I can definitely change it, make it my own, use my own stash, all that kind of stuff. I try not to get tripped up on doing it exactly how they did it. I definitely try and make it my own. And that's all I kind of wanted to do here. So this flip comes together also way quicker. I also stopped to do the journaling, which I believe I show putting the journaling in at the end. And I kept the journaling nice and short and sweet. This bat also did, this was the first one I did and realized that, oh shoot, you didn't do the, back side of it, I guess I should say. So it didn't exactly line up. It's not perfect again, but at the end of the day, I don't even know. We'll get to the end and we'll see if you can like super see it, but I don't even think that you can see it. So this one I figured out, like, I don't need a full piece of vellum. I just need to cover that little piece. And I also figured out that I needed to do a little bit better job at adhering everything on both sides. I kind of would like adhere it to one side and then forget to that there was another side. So here I am just using a piece of copy paper now instead of that vellum to do that flip. Much easier, and I think it might be just much easier because I'm used to doing that type of flip. I don't know, but I just found it way easier. And then here we go, just lots more vellum, or not vellum, lots more adhesive on the side, as you are seeing. And see, you can see a little bit of that white. It's not bothering me, honestly. Once you put that big October 31st over top of it, oh, you're probably going to sit here and watch me lose the October 31st, even though it was legit right there. I don't know if I edited that part out. But here I am. I'm looking all over for that October 31st and my hand's over it right there. You guys, I lose things so bad when I'm scrapbooking. That is probably half of my problem is I can't find my glue. I can't find my red line tape. I'm telling you, and it's always literally right in front of my face. I don't know what my problem is, but all right, yep, just getting some red line tape onto that, just so they stick, because these are outside the page protectors, so I definitely want them to be secure and to be stuck. So I put a few things with those, and I absolutely love how that turned out. I love it. I did not know how I was going to use that October 31st acrylic piece, and I think it came out perfectly, guys. And then the black with the boo and behind it, everything came out perfect. And I didn't have the best of pictures. I never really have the best of pictures of Halloween because it's getting dark and kids are moving fast and all that kind of stuff. And I think just using those 2x2 squares is the perfect highlight of what Halloween was. And of course, I have my October daily, at least for 2021. 2021. I have my October daily, so I have so much depicted in that I don't need every memory redone in my project life. So, all right, I'm going to send you back into real time and wrap this thing up.
All right, we are all set. Oh, I need to punch some holes in some stuff. But other than that, I have 2 spreads done. I stopped for lunch, so I lost track of how much time. The most time that it took was that first flip. For some reason, it was definitely not going well for me. I don't know why. It's still a little wonky. I don't know, again, why. So we'll fix that. But this one went extremely smooth, everything. The only thing that happened was my silhouette didn't really cut it out perfectly. So that is what it is. But so this one, this is, oh, the only other thing I was thinking about is embellishing this, because I didn't. It doesn't matter that much to me. But I think I might put 2020 up here and 20 to 21. I might cut that out of my silhouette and do that. But otherwise, there is that one. And then there is this one. And like I said, they will just live right in either, this one's probably going to live right with my Project Life for 2021. Since I did a Project Life for 2021, I did not do one for 2020. But I will be doing at least a 6x8 for 2020, and that will live in there. So there is my first addition to this. I think it went very well. Again, like I said, this one, as you've seen, went extremely quick, and once I had everything figured out, and that's kind of what I have noticed when doing this type of thing, is the first spread goes a little bit slower because I'm trying to like figure things out, but the second one goes extremely fast, and usually I'm done pretty quickly. So thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new, and if you think that you're going to love this series, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know, do you have a huge backlog of memories that need to be scrapped? Are you like me? Did you take some time off? I would love to know. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.